Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to discuss an article that I came across, and to be completely honest, I'm not really sure where I stand yet, so I figured that maybe talking through it would help me sort out my thoughts in some way, and as usual, also your thoughts can help me kind of develop mine. So I came across this article completely randomly. I think it popped up on my Facebook or something. And it says, well, it's titled, Meet the Family Where Mom is Dad, Dad is Mom, and 4-year-old son is raised as gender neutral. Okay, so even if it doesn't look like it, I really try to be open-minded about things. However, I fear some tomfoolery is afoot here. Okay, let's just look at what it says. So, this is one of the first families to raise their child, Star Cloud, in a completely gender fluid environment. Louise, Star's mom, was born as a man and is currently undergoing hormone therapy to successfully transition to a woman. Nikki, Star's dad, identifies as both male and female and transitions between genders on a day-by-day basis. Okay, I'm already confused. So, the couple's called Nikki and Louise. Louise is a guy transitioning into a woman. Okay. That makes sense. That's why she has a female name. But Nikki is Star's dad, and he identifies as both male and female, but only has a female name. Okay. So, I know that at this point, based on how things are evolving, it is an unpopular opinion to think that there are only two genders, which is what I think, by the way. I don't believe in this whole 76 gender thing. I definitely feel that you might not feel like you're either one gender or the other, and that you might feel a little bit different. I just don't see the need of labeling things like that, so then there's even more confusion. However, I digress. So, my problem with this is a confusing thing even for an adult to understand. Gender and gender politics are very difficult things to understand. Like, it's a lot more complicated than it seems. So, I think their child, Star Cloud, that name just makes me think of Tumblr, and I just have such horrible associations with Tumblr, just horrible. Anyways, this family is all very Tumblr, if you ask me. So, the thing is, I think you can maybe get a child to understand the basics of being transgender and transitioning from being male to female. I mean, I think that that's something that a child can generally understand. However, to understand gender fluidity, I feel like that would be very difficult for, I don't even understand gender fluidity, to be honest. Maybe it's because I haven't read the right definitions or I haven't had the right person explaining it to me, but honestly, I do not understand how someone can feel one gender at one point and another at another. And I feel like that's so confusing for the kid too, because how are they supposed to know? Are you supposed to give like a 30-minute update of like, now I'm associating with maleness or femaleness? So honestly, I have difficulty understanding what this whole situation is about. But more than that, I think about the child, like how does the child perceive all of this? However, I have to say, I do agree with raising children in a gender-neutral way, generally speaking. And when I say generally speaking, in this article they mentioned that their kid is allowed to play with both boy toys and girl toys, and I completely am for that, I don't think kids should be forced based on their gender to play with trucks or Barbies. So I do like that, I appreciate that, I think that's, progressive and logical. See, now here in the article it says, faced with challenges, the other children in Star's nursery tell him he can't play with dolls because they are for girls, but Louise and Nikki carefully explain that Star is free to play with whatever he enjoys. So I agree with that too. The thing is this child being told what the real world is like? Because as much as they have created this home world, the real world is far less understanding, and it's not Tumblr, okay? So In explaining what Star can and can't do, I feel like they also have to explain the other side of the coin. So they might not want to enforce gender roles. That's fine. The thing is, you still have to tell your kid what gender roles are, why they exist, why you don't particularly like them, and then explain that that's how a lot of other people live. Because essentially, when Star goes to his friend's house, he might see a mom and dad, or a single mom, or a single dad, or two dads and two moms, whatever. But the thing is, if you're living in this way, you also have to explain how other people are living and why it might be difficult for them to understand how you're living. Because realistically, at school, this kid is gonna get bullied really hard, and we all know that. And that's unfortunate, but it's like you need to prepare a child and to not think that everyone lives the same way you do. It's kind of like the whole thing in history, you know? You can talk about your wins, but you also have to talk about your losses. And when you talk about your side of the story, you have to talk about their side of the story. So the thing that worries me here, and I don't know, but based on this article, it doesn't seem like there's reality coming in here of explaining, hey kid, you know, things are difficult, you're gonna get bullied, and this is why. Even here it says, Star will be attending school soon, which will require him to wear a boy's uniform, but he gets to wear a pink vest and socks, his favorite color. Pink is an awesome color, congrats that it's your favorite, but again, did they explain to him the reality of what's gonna happen when he, who looks like a boy, goes to school wearing something that has been always assigned to girls? Well, since Hitler anyways, to girls. I mean, you're totally allowed to do it, but it's just like, you also can't set up your kid to be bullied and believe that everyone's super understanding and that everyone lives the same way. I think that's like my main problem with this whole article, is that I wonder how much reality is actually coming into these people's houses and whether they can have this kind of conversation with their kid. Surely, if their kid can understand, apparently, gender fluidity and being transgender, the kid can understand, you know, the other side of the coin, hopefully. I don't know, like, I like progressive ways of treating children, I guess, but at the same time, I'm just like, is this going too far? Is this gonna make the child less able to adapt to the real world? That's what I'm asking myself, and that's why I feel like this is kind of one of those things that are, you know, you kind of feel bad for the person because you know they're gonna go through some shit, but at the same time, you ask yourself, are the parents doing their due diligence here or not? Now, I'm gonna link the article in the description, and you can see it's pretty short, and to be honest, it doesn't seem like they've covered much of, you know, the negatives of, you know, raising a kid in this way. But yeah, that's my take on all of this. Let me know what you guys think. I'm honestly, as I said, still kind of trying to gather my own thoughts about this, but as usual, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and yeah, have a good day.